life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. 'Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
It's showtime! All unattended children get knives and tattoos!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. That would have been a pucker drone shot over the Strode.
That would have been.
Yeah. The real Gypsy, how you doing? Yeah, oi Gypsy, I saw your little. Oi, you've used me on your show, ain't ya? Gypsy, the real Gypsy.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Manchester, Vicky. Hey, Judo and Nikki. Good to see y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I guess it's afternoon now. 12:30 my time. Yeah, I was. She sounds like she's an MC at a bar. How y'all doing tonight? Don't forget to tip your bartender. I told my husband I had to clip that and use it in my intro if I ever became a creator. So there it is. So I hope everybody's doing. Hey, Libby Easter. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're all doing good. Yeah, I caught Peaches Live this morning while I was running around and doing stuff around the house. Hey, Sheila D. Good to see you. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to let a few more people come in, and I have something here for Miss Kathy. Don't remember the number that was behind her name, but we all know what she's won. Why? I look like shit, y'all, because I've been cleaning. I'm still in my nightgown, all right? So, clippers out there, go ahead and do your clippers delight right now because I look like crap, but it'll be worth it. Okay. This is for you, Kathy. little voodoo doll action this morning on Saturday morning. Hope everyone got to see that. My hair all braided back like an engine. Here we go. I look just like my great grandmother. Yeah, it was said she had Cherokee. I don't know if that's true or not. But her hair was very, very, very black. Yeah, good to see y'all. Truth Hurts. Good to see you too. Did you like the voodoo? I make them. I make them homemade. So yeah. Yeah, Judo, thank you for coming up yesterday. I appreciate you coming up and hanging out with us. I like getting to know all of you individually like that. When there's not so many on panel, I can talk one-on-one with you like that, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm still getting to know you. Yeah, so anyway, so what I was going to talk about was, oh, thank you. I look horrible today. I look horrible. That was my voodoo clip for the little clippers out there. Let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. Thank you, honey. Yes, my husband made that for me. Better drink it hot. It's good for the throat, man. I didn't realize that you made them. Yeah, thank you. You know what? I used. He got me a sewing machine, and I haven't tried it out yet. But we have a couple of patterns that we're playing with. So this season they'll look a little different than what they look like now. But this one I made like by hand, literally by hand. Yeah, I used a pattern from. I just took one of my kids. What's the little monkey called? Sock monkey. Yeah. I used a little sock monkey for my pattern, and I'll show it again here. Yeah, so maybe she'll get an earache today. Right there, earache. Right.
$19 shipping.
I'm laying down to have my nephew's swim party later, and okay, great. Hey, gamer girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. What I was going to have my show about was I was in sales quite a bit and throughout my lifetime, that and secretarial work. And for the most part, sales, advertising, marketing, it's all kind of tied in together. And what I really hated was when you would do your dog and pony, and dog and pony means your sales spiel, your little skit that you do when you are selling an item. And you would go through all this and answer all their questions, take all this time with them, and then they would get a refund right before payday. Didn't you hate that shit? If you've ever been in sales, do you know what that's like? Yeah, that sucks. So that's what I would probably just look. Okay, Judo, no problem. And so, like, I was listening to a creator yesterday as she was given her dog and pony. And that's sort of how I see it. She's giving her presentation to her captured audience, right? And I says to myself, she calls us fake and phony. But from my background, it's sales, right? Because aren't we here to sell our channel? And so in a way, you're here selling yourself, so to speak. You're selling your talents. Like this is your lemonade stand. I think someone called it the other day. And that's exactly what it's like. And everybody has their own bells and whistles in their briefcase of goodie bags and bag of tricks, so to speak. And that's sort of like, part of our presentation to you. And so when someone would return their furniture, because I was in furniture sales, I remember starting out as a furniture, makeup, perfume. I was a perfume sales rep for Giorgio. Do y'all remember Giorgio in the 80s? It was extremely pungent. A smell that didn't go away quickly. It lingered. I loved it at first, and then I got really sick of it because I had to sell it. I mean, you're wearing it constantly. Samples in your pocket, in your purse, everywhere. It smelled like Giorgio perfume. I'm telling my age. This would have been in 1987. And so it always sucked when someone got a refund right before the sales cycle paycheck came in, 100% it's sales. You're selling yourself and your content. Some are just appalling at it, right? You said it in one sentence. I had a whole 2-hour live plan, but you said it and summed it up in one little post here. Exactly. Yes. Yes, they do. They absolutely suck at it. And so, I don't know. It just kind of got me thinking about that, as I'm, watching other people pull out their bag of tricks and what is in their, their dog and pony show for today. It just takes me back. And no, please don't. No, it was perfect. That's hilarious. Oh, it won't be here as long. I can get back to my cooking. I'm going to try to make homemade flour tortillas today. That's what I'm going to try to do today. I've never done it, and I've always wanted to. So I've got my corn masa, and I'm getting ready to go in here and attempt to make it. So what else did I make today? I'm getting ready to make some sweet potatoes, and I pulled some tomatoes out of my garden and sliced those up. It's going to be hopefully a non-oven day, I hope. Yeah, so anyway, so that was what I was going to talk about. Is like when, people say that, people are fake and phony and that sort of thing. I don't necessarily see it that way when I come here. I don't necessarily see it that way. I see it as they're tap dancing, so to speak. And, when people criticize certain creators because some of the things that they do are not 100%. And that always makes me think of, well, this is virtual reality, right? It's supposed to be virtually reality, not reality, because that would make it a documentary, right? We're not in a documentary. At least I'm not. And so anyway, when I think of that, I don't think of it as they're fake or phony now that I've been here going on 2 years almost. I see that as that's their tap dance, right? So like when I turn on, I'm just going to throw a creator out there. Let's say Mallory. I know exactly what to expect. Sometimes she sings. Sometimes she, is like out on, what do you call it? Where she's out and about with people, like when she went to the beach and that kind of thing, or she might be in a restaurant, or she might be in a bar. you know that it's going to be that type of showmanship. And so I don't think of it like that. Like, I want my money back. He wasn't really Santa Claus. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, surely to God, you didn't come here and really think he was Santa Claus, right? I hope this is not where you're getting your news from. The only fake and phony that comes to my mind is the stand and the fools over there. Well, but that's his tap dance. I think that he's appealing to a particular crowd. That's his target audience. And let them be there and do their tap dance, and I'll do mine over here, and never the twain shall meet, right? But my point was, it's like, surely the venue you chose was sort of an indicator to you that this might not be right. Everything that you see is real. Of course it's not. Then it wouldn't be entertaining, right? And so, like I think Rabbit was saying the other day, I can't remember if she was on my panel or she was on somebody else's panel. She might have been on her own. And we were talking about that selling an illusion, and how she hates it when someone talks through a movie and they tell you what's going to happen before the ending. And most people do hate that. And so, kind of like, so to speak, let things play out as they're supposed to play out, and stop always questioning, well, why is he pulling the rabbit out of a hat? Well, why is it a pink rabbit? Why isn't it a brown rabbit? Right? Maybe we're asking too many questions from our entertainers and expecting too much reality out of virtual reality. You know what I mean? I can't crack the code. Came at 12. It was changed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't see anybody else live, so I just went ahead and went for it. I'm sorry about that, Sandy. Yeah, I never know what's a good time for everybody, Hey, Todd, good to see you. Thank you. But Sandy, you probably understand what I mean when I'm talking about like being from sales and marketing and that sort of thing. Not everything has to be explained or should be explained, because then you lose the illusion and the allure, right? Don't we have to have some suspense? Leave some sleuthing behind? Because if you tell it all, then you feel like you want a refund. You already know how it's going to play out. And by the way, Peachy, when I heard that you said that Ghost was going to cover new material, I think that's a great idea. I think that people are really over the two main ones that people have been talking for a year and a half, right? I don't know who you are. I'm nobody, and that looks pornographic, so I'm going to kick you. I don't know who you are. But thanks for coming. I appreciate that. Let your love flow. There's always a hidden agenda. That's an interesting thought. Do you think that sometimes it's not just, just for entertainment, like they say? Do you think it's always something nefarious, or do you think it's just they're here to entertain you and they thought that's what you paid for? Oh, okay. Because you want some element of surprise, right?
You're a brat. It was me the whole time.
I thought you were screwing with me. They usually do this to me, They try to get up here.
It was me. It was Ernie and Easy, and they had carrots over their peepees.
Oh, okay.
How are you?
I'm How are you doing?
I'm nursing a black eye.
Oh, bless your heart. How'd you do that? You and Candace, huh?
Well, um, 2 days ago, I
Hey,
was
Tiny.
a, a s- a
Hey, evil
barn
mom.
a
I'm
barn
sorry.
kitten. It's all right. A
A
barn
barn
kitten got into
kitten.
my house, and my daughter Savannah cat does not do well with um uh anything that she doesn't like. And
Right.
she just became a ninja, and she literally because I was loud, she doesn't like loud noises, and I didn't think she was actually out in my house. I thought she was in my daughter's room.
What color is she?
She's a snow.
Oh, I've got a cute little kitten now. From my cat brought home a cat. We like
Oh,
literally, it was, I guess, how do you say feral? Is it feral?
feral.
And
Yeah.
it's just now starting to come to me. And well, it comes up to me when I'm asleep, but when I'm awake, it'll just like it's not sure about me, and then it lets me pet it. It's like, yeah, yeah.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little loud, and I was trying to grab this kitten to get him out of my house, and he was going fit, fit, and like all poofed up, and I'm terrified of cat scratch, and the
Right.
next
Oh
thing I know
yeah.
is I started
I had a
screaming.
neighbor who got that. That's not funny. Like she really went to the hospital and everything. Our neighbor. And, yeah, so I understand. Apparently they get
Well,
like,
well,
fungus under their nails.
well, Sushi came around. I didn't even see her. She didn't make any noise. She just jumped on me like a ninja, and she bit my eye. And there was blood everywhere.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
So, and she doesn't like loud noises, and I was screaming. So then she attacked
Holy
me again. And I'm
oh,
sitting there, and I'm like trying to ninja chop this cat off of me as I'm running to the bathroom, going, thinking that my whole eye is like ripped off, right? Because there's blood
oh my
everywhere.
God.
So I look like Rocky right now.
Bless your heart, Adrian.
I told my daughter, I said, "You did it." And she says, "Don't you dare put that on me." And I was like, "Your cat."
Thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
love her. God knew I needed her because I'm almost an empty nester. I've got one teenager left.
Me too. Mine
And
graduates in 2 years, and
it's been weird.
I'm not looking forward to it.
So I'm like really, really appreciating this kitten it's
Oh
very
yeah.
playful.
Aw.
Yeah. I thought it was a boy at first, so I named it Miles, and it turned out to be a girl, so it's Millie.
Aw. Well,
Yeah.
it's not hard to tell. Boys have testicles.
But it
Girls
wouldn't
have
let me catch it
vaginas.
at first. It wouldn't let me catch it at first because it was literally living in, I think, in the dumpster.
Oh,
And my cat brought it home, and this like I can't even explain. The best way I can explain it is a very muscular cat come walking up, and I was like, "That's its dad. He's gonna kick her ass because he took its cat, right?"
oh man.
And it quit coming around. Yeah, it come looking for it. I was like, "Where's my cat?"
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're like, "You weren't feeding it. Get away."
How are you
Go back
doing?
to your dumpster. I'm good. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. My face hurts, but still.
I bet it does.
Yeah, I've had to. Well, today I took a shower, and again, and I was like, well, let me see if I could put some makeup on, and oh my God, that hurt.
You know what you should do?
Um,
You should try that salve that Traders is selling.
Girl, I am poor. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
I have
I
to
did
take.
see that Tina was saying that she used a salve on her sprained ankle, and it
Oh
made the
yeah.
swelling go away.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if I could afford it, I would. But no, after having to pay for, still having to owe for my back surgery, and then having to pay for a dietitian and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of like I can't afford this stuff.
My husband and I are going to take on the task of trying to make homemade flour tortillas today.
Oh,
Something
that's
we
not
always
hard.
wanted to try. We ordered these cast iron pans about a year ago, and I was like, we've never tried these. Why don't we try to make these?
Well, here's the thing with cast iron. Have you seasoned them yet?
Oh yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah. We've used the
Yeah.
hell out of them. Yeah,
I learned how
yeah.
how to season when I was a kid because my mom used to season hers like all the
All
time.
the time with bacon grease.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You're from the South, then, aren't you?
My mom is from Greenville, Mississippi. My dad's
Okay.
from Texas.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. And I bet you throw down in the kitchen, don't you?
Yeah, I just don't eat it.
You just don't eat it. Would you like to cook though? It's create. To me,
I
it's
love
like
cooking.
get in there and play. You don't necessarily eat it, but you can get in there and play.
I,
Right?
I love cooking. It makes me lose my appetite. So it's like
Oh, okay.
it's
The
kind of,
smells and stuff.
yeah, it makes me full.
Yeah.
Um I know there's people out there like that. There was programs out there that for people that were on diets and stuff. If you smell something, I don't understand how people can watch the Food Network. To be honest,
Oh, really?
um, yeah, that makes me full. I'm like,
Okay.
how in the world are you people doing this?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm working with a dietitian, and I got re-diagnosed officially.
Oh,
Um,
bless your heart.
Yeah, well, not just with anorexia. I mean, that was
Yeah.
2 years ago. I got diagnosed again, but I got re-diagnosed with ADHD. So I'm looking forward to being on Adderall this week.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you'll be getting a lot done.
Yeah, well, my thing is this is that I am literally trying to fix myself and trying
Yeah.
to at least I'm doing something. There's a lot of people out there that just they talk the talk and they don't do anything, and it's like if you're not gonna be able to fix your problems just by sitting on your ass and talking about them. You have to
Right.
actually put in the
Exactly.
work.
Exactly. I feel like, God helps those who help themselves, you
Right.
know, and I've always been like retrospective about myself and like read self-help books and things like that because of I was the baby, so I watched everybody else. And like I have siblings that are, have higher education, and I knew educate myself about it was key to
Yeah.
management. And if you don't label it, you can't fix it, or you can't
Right.
work on it, or you can't manage it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when people say, well, I don't want labels. Well, if you don't label it, how are you going to treat it properly?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I went to the neuropsychologist. We had an interview, and the interview was basically for him to catch a feel to see if I even qualify for like being there for testing. And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh yeah, come on in." And I'm like, I know what I have. So I got re-diagnosed with severe PTSD. I have really bad ADHD. Um, I have a learning disability. I'm autistic. And yeah,
Nothing wrong
so
with that.
nope.
Those are all things that you find in the arts. So are you real creative?
Used to be an artist. I used to
Mhm.
draw.
You should do it again.
And well, here's the thing. I'm so rusty, and it's a lot of muscle memory with your hands, and with the fact that I have a little bit of arthritis in my hands now.
Yeah, I
Um,
do too, and it sucks.
yeah, it
I just
does.
broke the lid to this really pretty this chai tea thing that I keep. It's like an Asian decanter, and I
Oh
broke the
no,
damn top of it this weekend. Just because my stupid hands won't grip anymore. Hate
it's no
that shit.
fun. I do. Yeah, I get it. I get it fully.
So, as my husband is the same way, he doesn't play guitar anymore, but he does have other outlets as far as like art goes. What
I've
other
spent
types of things do you like to do?
I've spent 28 years showing dogs, and grooming dogs, and in
Oh
the vet
wow,
field, and um, so I have arthritis in my hands from using comb
yes,
and
the
just
equipment,
constantly
yes.
it it and it's a pain. So I also dabble in photography, which I
Okay,
absolutely freaking love.
yeah, okay, well, good,
Yeah, so at least I'm still in the art.
yeah. I
And
think
here's the thing
that's
with
important that we express ourselves in our
absolutely,
therapy, don't you think?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. I mean, I like being able to see through the camera lens. Like when I get home and I upload the pictures from my camera. I have several cameras. I'm a camera collector.
Yeah.
Um, and I have like 400 zoom lenses. Uh, I look like Jane Goodall whenever I'm at like the zoo because I am all about taking pictures. But when you get home and you look at them, you're like, wow, you see the beauty that you didn't see in person.
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
it's a lot of fun. It's relaxing. I mean, it can be stressful if I'm having to do like a session because animals don't want to listen, children don't want to listen, and
I understand.
yeah.
Judo says he has a 110-pound Akita Roddy mix that needs groomed. Wow.
Judo, that didn't come from Psycho, did it?
Probably. That's probably the one he got.
Oh, I didn't know he actually got one from them. Wow.
Did you get one from him, Judah?
I knew
I'm
somebody
so
did. I just couldn't remember. Akitas have a really short coat. Not a really short coat, but they have a really thick coat. And what you have to do is he's gonna have to get like a greyhound comb. You can buy them on Amazon, and it's called line combing. You use one hand to hold the hair down, and then you take the comb with your right hand if you're right-handed, and you just and by inch. It takes forever, but when they're blowing coat, I just pluck them.
hmm.
That's the
He
easiest
said
way is
yes.
when they start blowing coat.
He said him and Never Silent did.
Oh, he also, being that it's part Roddy, it probably doesn't have. I mean, it would be a thick coat. It's just not going to be the Akita coat. Wow, wasn't he charging like $10,000 for those mutts? Sorry, Judo. I know it's a mutt. I'm sorry, it's a mutt. I have to.
I
I
don't
am
know
I am very
what was he
bougie when it
charging
comes
for it,
to
Judah? Do you know?
animals. It has to be like I am definitely bougie when it comes to animals. Especially dogs. Dogs are my thing. So,
He's got
um,
Akita hair.
oh, he does have Akita hair. Yeah. I would get a slicker brush. You can buy that on Amazon for like $3. Um, and then you can get like a greyhound comb, but don't get a 10-inch one because those are for poodles. You want more like a 7-inch, and then you'll really know how big your penis is. I'm just kidding.
I brush him weekly.
Yeah, the Akitas have to be brushed weekly.
We kept my son's what are those from Alaska?
Alaska
They,
Malamute.
yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, I
And
had Malamute.
I
That's what
had
I
to groom
started
it
with.
daily. There was no way not to groom it daily.
Oh no, that's how I learned how to groom. I
Just
had a
brush it.
Malamute.
I just brushed it all the time. I wanted to, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's kind of relaxing.
For me, yeah, I thought so. It's a good time to spend with your dog, you know?
Oh yeah, especially if they're trained. Now, when I worked as a groomer, we'd get these psycho doodles in, and I am not a doodle person. I know Pendar has doodles and she loves them, and I'm fine with her doodles. She can love them all she wants. They're mutts. Um, I'm a bitch. I'm a bougie bitch when it comes to, it has to be a purebred dog. I'm not a fan of mutts. I like genetic health testing. My dogs are OFA'd. If you don't know what that is, that means that they have gone to the Orthopedic Foundation of Animals and they have had their hips x-rayed, their elbows x-rayed, their thorax x-rayed, their knees x-rayed, which is their patellas. And then I go, because Embark is such a piece of crap genetic database, I go to one that takes about 3 months to get back, Optigen, which is in Europe. You have to send it off to Europe.
Oh, okay.
So, and you shouldn't breed before 2 because you can't have your dog's hips evaluated until they're, you know. Seymour, shut the fuck up. Who is this Seymour? Seymour?
Where is
He's got really small dick energy.
me?
We were just talking.
Me.
Like we were just talking about dogs and stuff. We weren't talking about anything else. I rarely come live. I rarely do anything anymore, which I'm about to, so you can fucking suck my taint. All right.
I used to raise German Rotties, and they were always hip checked.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah.
Gabriel.
Well, see, over in like Europe, you can't breed unless you have genetic health testing. It's law.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been to Finland and picked up a puppy. I was there for a whole freaking 6 days. It was wonderful. I love Finland.
You know, I had a German Shepherd that had hip problems.
I had one too.
German Rotties. I wonder why.
It's German Shepherds are very prone to it. Technically all German Shepherds are dysplastic, just like Pembroke Corgis and Welsh Corgis, because Corgis are dwarfs, so their joints are all weird.
Okay.
But when it comes to like German Shepherds, they usually have elbow dysplasia and some form of hip dysplasia. It's just in their stuff. I mean, I had one that had both, and she went back to the breeder because I was like, I can't show her when she's limping. If she's limping, she can't do anything. So she went back to the breeder, which was fine. I only had her for a year. And
Judah said, I
came
had
to
a
me
bug
too.
until Thelma stole that. Had my bloodline in it. They were top line. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that, Judo.
Thank you for taking care of that gamer girl.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we were just talking about just anything, and really, me, really. I mean, I could always go live and talk about myself.
I think you should do your art. Have you ever thought about doing finger paint?
No.
Really? Like with your hands, like all hands?
Mm. I like pencil drawing. I like the classic black and white stuff. I don't know why, but I've always liked that when I was a kid and stuff. My dad was an artist as well.
Good dexterity, huh?
Yeah, my oldest daughter is in college for art.
Nice.
Yeah, she does digital art. She wanted to go do digital art for Disney and stuff, and I was like, that's a bad idea. But I don't know. She's in that whole woke crowd. So
Yeah, she's gonna do like advertising, that kind of thing.
no, she wanted to do, I don't know what she wants to do now, but right now I think she's working in a therapist office. She's really enjoying that, but on the side with college, she is digital art is where you you draw on your computer, kind of like cartoons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's made tattoos for art, for tattoo artists.
Hey, Rapper.
So it's really cool. Hey, Rapper.
I hear
Oh, you had
football games in the
Ducks
living
on
room. I can't believe
Hotline.
it's time for football season. Yay!
Judo, I know that line. That's a good line. That's a good protection line for Schutzland. Or is that how you say it? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Docs von Hoss. Yes, I know that line. I've never had Roddy's. My neighbor had one from that line. In Illinois. Her name was Kira. She was the sweetest thing ever, but she was a
I don't like
great
that
protection
name.
dog.
Now the Akita is what that movie Hachi is. That's that dog, right?
Who?
With Richard Gere judo. What's the
I-
name of that movie, honey? Hachi. The movie with the doggy Hachi.
Oh, Judo, you're in Illinois. That's funny.
It's about this man who worked in like a somewhere, and he brought his dog with him every day,
Mhm.
and then the man died, and he would go there every day to see if the man was there. And watch
Yeah,
him.
I don't like movies that have dogs in them.
Oh, it'll rip your freaking
It
heart
makes me cry.
out.
I watched the last one I watched was the one that told the true story about how Balto got robbed of saving those children in Nome, Alaska.
I can't watch heartbreaking stuff like that.
Yeah, it broke my
I
heart. I mean,
can't
the
do
dog
it.
was old, but it broke my heart.
Can't do it. Yep. Let's see, Dorothy and Cecil Anderson from River Oaks Kennels.
Yeah. In Illinois? I believe that's in Illinois. Yeah, I lived in North Chicago. I lived in Great Lakes for 3.5 years, and my neighbor got their Akita, not Akita, they got their Rottweiler from I didn't know their name, but yeah, that's awesome. Gosh, it's a small world.
Were you in Illinois when that man was holding all those girls hostage?
Good God. When? What?
What
No?
was his name? Castro?
Mm-mm. Oh, I thought that was in Indiana.
Was it Indiana? I thought it was Illinois. Started with an I. We know
Yeah, I think it was in
that.
Indiana. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, they wound up like flattening the house after he hung himself or whatever. I'm
Did they
monetized, so
even
I
have a
gotta watch
trial?
what I say.
Did
What?
they even have a trial about that?
Seems like he got what didn't he get? Didn't he get? I can't remember.
Wasn't it like
I
7
gotta
girls?
Google it. I gotta Google it. But when you mentioned Illinois, it just reminded me of that story. That
I'm ready for the suitcase trial.
movie to come out or the trial. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, JP Puff, good to see you.
Hey,
Always good to
JP.
know the laws in the house.
I saw the link and I was like, I didn't see Sarah. Where's Sarah?
I sent her a message, but she said she was getting her son ready for something, so
Well,
I
that
went
makes
ahead and came on anyway. Yeah.
sense. I didn't want to leave you up here all by your lonesome.
I appreciate that. I'll probably close out
And
anyway.
I rarely
I wanted to
ever
go ahead and get
come
it
up
over
on
with.
and I rarely come up on anybody's panels because I'm like,
Hey, Ghost. Well, I'm glad
hey,
you're
Ghost.
here. I think that you should do lives more. You have a good voice.
Well, things have
You don't
kind
like to
of
do it?
hit the fan in the last couple days, so I'm definitely going to start putting out content. And yeah, Sayla's back and she's pissed the fuck off.
All right. That's good to hear. All right.
Hey, Ghost, did you catch little Missy's live? I always forget her name. Atil, Atil,
I
Toasty.
didn't see it. I think Sarah saw that she was on,
She
but
runs on repeat. It's like, girl, nobody's watching you. Nobody's talking about you.
I don't understand. Oh me. Of all the horror movies, which one was the most scariest for you? Of all of them.
Out
Like
of
scary, scary.
horror movies, Showgirls.
Oh girls, tell me what that's about. I don't think I've seen that. What's it
It's
about?
not a horror movie.
Oh, okay.
This is a really bad movie about basically it's strippers. Um,
Okay, I haven't seen that. The
yeah,
girl from
it's an old
Saved
movie.
by the Bell
Well,
was in it. Is that right?
Elizabeth something. I
Yeah.
she was in Saved by the Bell.
She thinks she's so hot.
I
Yeah,
don't
she
like
is
I
like
don't like horror
always.
movies. I don't like horror movies with dolls.
Yeah, I mean, to
And
me,
the
like
scariest one it would have to
babysitting.
be
Did you babysit a lot when you were a teenager?
yes.
Yes, to me, it was the babysitting ones.
Oh,
That
those never got me. I thought those were funny, like calls coming
really?
from inside the house and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my
No,
god!
I the scariest one is arachnophobia. I have to say.
That's
I
the
mean, I almost
spiders,
died a couple weeks ago in the shower
right?
because
Because
of
of
what.
spiders, right?
Yeah, I was taking a
Oh my
shower,
god!
and the next thing I know is I open my eyes,
Well, to
and
me
there is
now.
a giant daddy long leg, like 6 inches from my face, just coming down from the
Oh,
ceiling. And I'm like, where the hell did that come from? Oh, he dead now, but
I try to get rid of all the cobwebs I see on the outside of my house.
Judo, was
Yes.
that game good? Because it's now on Xbox, and I am going to get it.
We like Selah to talk about Selah. How else are we going to get to know Selah? S'more. Funny how you have the word meat in your name, S'more. You silly,
It
silly
sounds
troll.
he sounds pretty thirsty. He kind of got a crush, and I don't like him.
Judo, was it good? Was it scary?
It's
Or was it
fun.
pretty
Is it
cool?
scary? I play a lot of Dead by Daylight.
That sounds cool. Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. That sounds awesome.
Well, Bubba from Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually in the game Dead by Daylight, so it's we call him Bubba.
Awesome. Let's see. The visit also scared the visit. What's that about? Also scared the crap out of me, even though it was hilarious. Okay. I can handle hilarious too.
Ash, did you ever see Teeth?
Teeth.
That is the best movie.
Sayla, that is like, what in the world? Who come up with
I
that?
laughed
Who comes
so
up with
hard.
that? What in the world?
I stumbled across it, and like it terrified me, and then I was like, oh, my kids have to see this because they're girls, you know.
Right, right.
This
You
movie
can
is
be the family
hilarious.
or the victim, and it's online, so each person is a different character. Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
that reminds
awesome.
oh, so it's kind of like Dead by Daylight where you're survivors trying to survive. Okay. Oh, you could have 10 people. That's awesome instead of 4. Yeah, I definitely want to play that game.
That does sound fun.
Yeah. They just announced yesterday that it was coming out for Xbox, and I think it's on Xbox Game Pass. I'll have to look. I haven't looked since yesterday when they were talking about it.
You said I never touched
No,
a
seriously,
chainsaw.
seriously, now thinking about scary movies, I think the scariest one would have to be Hostel.
I don't think I ever have either rapper, but it's a game. Yes, I have Dead by
Chainsaw
Daylight
Sue
too.
has touched a chainsaw.
How are
Gamer
the family
girl,
playing
you
victims?
need to hook up with me. We got to play some DVD together. No,
That sounds
like
like
I
fun
said, I
too.
saw your link and I was like, I got to get up here because I have like 400 freaking messages in my inbox of dudes wanting to date me. And I'm like, no, I'm taking a break from all that.
All right, she said it
Hostel,
here, fellas. She said, get
um,
back.
Hostel is one of the most goriest. And when I went to Finland, I was terrified to leave my hotel. because of that movie. I didn't stay in a hostel, but there were hostels around my hotel. And I'm always afraid, like what it is it's basically, how do you put this lightly? You know, like on the dark web, the deep web, whatever, there are, they call them red rooms, and people can pay like $60,000 to watch somebody be hurt, mutilated, murdered, whatever.
Okay.
They say that the red rooms are real. Nobody's actually had proof of any of this, but Hostel is very much like that. It is absolutely gory and disgusting. It's worse than Saw, and I love Saw.
I did too. I've
Oh,
never
you have
seen
PS4,
Hostel.
okay.
It's super gory, right?
Well, Gamer Girl, I mean, DVD is cross-play on all systems, so maybe we'll run into each other. Yeah, it's definitely super gory. You'll have to watch it, Ash. It's really good.
Do you think gore is scary?
Yeah, especially when it has anything to do with eyeballs.
Yeah, I could never even do contacts. I get that. I get that totally. On the 29th,
I did
I'll be in
contacts once for Halloween, and I could not see, and it was because I didn't know I had an, what is it called, an astigmatism.
Oh, I've got that.
Yeah, so when you put contacts in, if your contact lenses aren't made for them, it'll mess up your vision while you
Oh,
have them
wow.
on. So yeah, it made everything blurry. But I was my daughter was a vampire and I was a vampire, so I just wore the contacts, and it was a lot of fun. I love Halloween. I love
I
dressing.
love Halloween, and I am
Mhm.
so in the mood. If you tell by my background, it's starting to chill at night here in the South, and
Mhm.
you can just feel it's that air when the kids go back to school and stuff. That you get that feeling in the belly. It's time for pumpkins and
I
spooky
can't
stuff.
wait. I can't wait until I walk
Love it.
outside and I can smell fall. You know that
Yes,
smell?
yes, and you hear the leaves rustling
Oh
around.
yeah,
Yes,
so much fun.
yeah.
So you're just up here just chilling?
Just hanging out. Wanted to get my live over with before I go take a nap. Yeah.
I fell asleep. I had a pizza eating contest with my daughter last night. I I left 2 pieces and she left 2 pieces, and then I crashed at about 9, and then I woke up at midnight and I am still full, but I have been up since midnight.
What do you like on yours?
Um, well, we just got cheap. We got I like pretzels, so the
Oh
Little Caesar
yeah.
still has their pretzel pizza out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are
So,
good. Yeah.
I'm a really picky eater.
We love Little Caesars just right next door to us actually at the
I
shopping
know, but
mall.
they changed. Have you gotten their breadsticks lately? Their crazy bread?
My
They're
son has, but I haven't.
like
My husband and I get the
sausage.
one that's got all the vegetables on it, and the vegetables are always fresh. That's what I like about
Oh,
it.
nice. No, I like Domino's. Domino's changed their
Domino's
recipe.
is good. Domino's has changed
Mhm.
its bread big time. It used to suck. Now
Have
it's
you
really
ever
good.
had their pan?
They're what?
Their pan? Their pan
No, I didn't
pizza?
know they had one.
Yeah,
Really?
try it. Their pan pizza
Okay.
blows freaking Pizza Hut out of
Yeah,
the
I forget
ballpark.
all about pan pizza now that you mentioned it. I forget
Yeah.
all about it. Yeah, that's good.
I
I love
usually have
pineapple.
pizza like once
I
a
do
week. That's
too,
usually my
actually.
meal.
I actually like that too. And I like barbecue chicken pizza.
Oh, I don't like barbecue.
You don't like barbecue?
Mm-mm.
And then she says with bacon. Oh yeah, definitely with
Mm-hmm.
bacon. I don't like pork barbecue like they make it here in the South all the damn time. You know what I mean? I
Well,
don't
see,
like to eat it like
my
that. I'm
dad used
over it.
to, my dad has a smoker, and he used to make brisket, Texas
Husband does
brisket,
that.
like
Husband does that all the
every
time. I'm
night.
so sick of it. Yeah.
Brisket's so good.
Taco pizza. That sounds good. From Casey's.
I've never heard of
Taco
that,
pizza.
Ash.
Broccoli pizza. Well, these are good ideas. I
I'm
usually
ready
just
for
do like
fall. I
peppers
want
and
to make some
onions.
chicken and dumplings that my great grandmother's
Ooh,
recipe.
yeah. Yeah, that's another thing they do around here a lot is the chicken stews are everywhere.
Oh, I don't like vegetables in my.
Oh no, this is just like chicken and broth.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
like
how they
soup.
make it. Yeah.
I like chicken and dumplings. It's chicken
Hmm.
and my drop dumplings,
Oh, that
and
sounds good.
and then the sauce is like really thick.
Yeah,
So freaking good. Yeah, my great grandmother taught my mom, and then my mom taught me.
that sounds good. Randomly, Ash. Alfredo pizza with spinach, mushrooms, and garlic.
That
Yeah, I
actually
would
sounds
really
good.
like that. I love veggies. I do. I love
Yeah,
veggies.
that really does sound good.
Casey's is a gas station pizza place. Pretty
Mm.
good pizza.
I like gas station pizza.
Yeah. There's a really good place where at our mall that does the authentic where you get a slice and you fold it in half and eat it like,
That's Sabaros.
Brooklyn style.
That sounds like Sabaros.
I don't know the name of it, but it's good as hell.
Yeah, that's it.
That
Sabaros is
one piece
usually in
fills me
all
up.
malls. Yeah, Sabaros is usually in all malls, and
Yeah.
they have right next door to the Hotel Pennsylvania, which is across the street from the Madison Square Garden in New York.
Yeah.
They have a giant Sabaros,
Oh
and
yeah.
oh my gosh, I was starving because I had been stuck at the
One
Westminster
piece
Dog
is the
Show.
size of a freaking whole pizza.
Oh, I
Yeah.
went there and got 6 pieces because I
Oh
was
my god.
starving because I hadn't eaten in 3 days by running around stuck at a dog show because you're not allowed to leave. And
Wow.
I was not paying their prices for
Hey
crap that
April.
was cold.
Right. I hate pizza that tastes like cardboard. Like you were mentioning,
Mhm.
the old way Domino's used to make it. And sometimes when you get those at the gas stations, Judo, it's that cardboard. I can't do it, man. I ain't got the teeth for that no more.
Oh,
Hurts my
April,
teeth.
Mean Girl Associate. I love that.
Let's see. I don't eat pizza a lot, but I can or could eat Chinese. Oh, I could too. Yeah,
I'm
that's much
Asian
better on my
food is
ballot.
Asian cuisine is my jam.
Definitely, definitely.
Mhm.
I like Hispanic food too. I really do. I like to have a kick in it.
To me, that's all the same. It's just different ways
Yeah,
of putting it together.
a little kick. It's all homemade from scratch. Oh, okay. Called Casey's. Very nice. Well, I guess I'm gonna get off here.
Yeah, I
Get it going.
I think I'm gonna play some DVD for a little bit.
Yeah, y'all made that sound fun. I might go watch a horror movie now. I
Watch
got popcorn
Hostel.
over there
Watch
and
Hostel.
tortillas. I'm sorry, what?
Watch Hostel.
Watch Hostel. Okay, I'll do it.
It, it's it's very it'll open your eyes, and you'll sit there and think, holy crap, this can actually happen. And
Okay.
I mean, I suggest Ash, if since she hasn't seen it, she should probably go see it. It scared the crap out of me. April, it's Selah. I'm nobody. I know my shit.
Let's Sayla.
That's my picture. I actually put my picture up there.
Ash, is anybody else going live that I can put the link down for? Do you know?
I don't know if Izzy's still live.
I thought Ghost was going to go live this
I
afternoon.
think Ghost is going live this afternoon or this evening. Let me look real quick.
He was talking about it.
White Rabbit's live.
I'm about this spoon as a serial killer. Yeah, we could go hop over to Rabbit. Okay, y'all?
Yeah,
All right,
sounds
sounds
good.
fun. All right, y'all have a
Thanks
good
for having me
weekend.
up.
Oh, yeah, thank you for coming. Good
No
to see
problem.
you.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't